Yun didn't show off much last year, lost all 3 matches in 2 games, so hopefully he's got something better to show us this year. Comes from a good tournament in Hong Kong.
Very good tournament in Hong Kong, where he reached the semi-final, losing out to the eventual champion in Kalong.
Sideways drift. Haven't been able to pick up a lot on drift along the court, but maybe we'll get a clue later on.
Oh yes, that's nice.
So it's over.
There from Houwei.
6-19.
You've got to say that the current world #1, Lee Chong-wei, the former champion, has got to be overwhelming favourite for this. But Wan-ho is a player that I always think is capable of springing a surprise.
Yeah, I guess he is. He's not consistent. He's promised us so much, also from that Super Series win in India, and run into all kinds of troubles, and lost in Hong Kong Open recently to Yun, whom we just seen on court, and that doesn't really bode well for him.
Well, until 2014, he'd been in 36 consecutive Super Series tournament semi-finals.
2-7.
Roger Federer only made 23 Grand Slams.
Ah, okay. I thought because I hadn't noticed him in Super Series.
Oh my goodness!
What a fantastic
Over. 3-8.
Well, most players would have played that return of serve.
Look at
with
this.
a forehand. He plays it backhand and then just flicks it cross court. Oh, look at that.
5.
Quite well placed, those 2 smashes. Preserved his speed, his on-court speed, Lee Chong-wei, throughout his career. Normally you get a little bit slower. It doesn't seem to be the case for him, but perhaps he is if you measure it, but it just seems so fast on court.
11-5. Interval.
Well, it's a good start from the #2 seed, Wan-ho. 11-5 his advantage. Nice.
Service over. 8-16.
Wow.
Service over.
That was terrific.
1-2.
That you definitely have self-confidence and match practice. Touch should be there as well, even though it's a new hole. Played a lot of matches and heard the words 20 match point while you're holding the shuttle in your hand. That's always a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Very satisfied coach Park Tae-sang. Oh, that's brilliant. That's on the line.
8-6.
Well, there's a similar backhand played off the flick.
Hall, as we come further into the tournament, we see less and less of these mistakes. And of course, this is a special tournament because you face so tough opposition from the beginning. Normally, you don't meet a seeded player if you're seeded yourself, and here we have the 8 best players. So you could say that we start in the quarterfinal stage for a regular tournament.
What a good rally. Oh, goodness. Oh, it's fun. Oh, that's on the line. That's good play.
Service over. 11-all.
To 6 from here.
Oh, that's good.
Service over.
My goodness me.
16.
No, I remember just a
15.
couple of rallies ago from that round the head position, he played
He
cross
played cross, yeah.
court.
The variation is so important.
It is. Look at that.
It's a little bit short from match. She ended up losing anyway, but she survived, what, 8-9 match points. If Houwei can do the same, he's much closer to Wan-ho than Marin was to Sun Yu.
He's threaded it down the line again.
18-15.
3-point advantage and 3 points away from recording only his second ever victory. Point. 5 match point opportunities.
Oh.
I don't believe it.
Oh.
Oh! Challenge it! Well, it was,
Wan-ho challenge.
it was
Hold
called out.
Out.
Well, this match point opportunity, there was an extraordinary net exchange and what appeared to be a simple kill for Wan-ho. It was awfully close to the line, I know that. It was called out. What does Houwei say? Here we go. Oh, it was out.
Calls here on difficult shots.
Yeah, I agree. Wan-ho beats the 4-time former champion and current world #1 in this opening Group B.
Appendicitis, so he was devastated.
Yeah.
Turns out that he's here in Dubai anyway because he's on honeymoon instead, so I don't think he'll be coming to watch the matches. I think he's enjoying his time off from badminton, but he said he would have loved to play, and it was one of his big goals in this season here. So, and they're very good friends, Viktor and.
This is pretty incredible too, because he only travelled here to Dubai, Wan-ho, on Monday.
Yeah.
That's a nice angle. Uses his height well, does Axelsen on that.
Yeah.
8-10.
That's going to be so interesting. Mistakes.
Yeah. Good rally. Oh, I like that angle.
What a defense. What a defense from Wan-ho.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Park Tae-sang applauds, as so he should. I know we've discussed it before, but I think Wan-ho is one of the most underestimated players on the World Tour.
Dan, who's of course beaten everybody, but he's
Yeah.
I'd still put him in that group 2 to 6 because he's been struggling with the Danish players lately.
Oh, lucky neck cord. My goodness, how did he get that back? Yeah, well worked from Wan-ho.
Excellent play.
On a run of 4 straight points. Look at this, he's down on his knees, Viktor Axelsen. Gets back up all in one movement. But he works opponents.
It's a pleasure watching him.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness me. Yeah. Well.
But he had to win that rally 3 times, Viktor Axelsen,
Yes.
because the first 2 times someone who still managed to get it back.
19.
Yes. And psychologically, oh, that's
Well
good.
played.
That is very well played.
Service over.
Generated the
19,
hold and flat push from
20.
virtually no backswing of the racket. Take a look at this. Hold, and then suddenly flick. Oh, look at that. Tight spinning neck shot of Wan-ho's tight spinning neck shot. That's difficult to control. That's very, very good from Axelsen.
I guess he's been looking forward to playing both Viktor Axelsen and Lee Chong-wei again, the silver and bronze medalists of the Olympics, and sort of showing, hey, I could have taken a medal had I not been in the quarter of Chen-long.
I think that's a very good point because, of course, Wan-ho, the only player to take a game
5.
of Chen-long in Rio. Yeah.
So the statistic tells us that the favorites are Lee Chong-wei, Jorgensen, and Kalong.
Yeah. But Kalong has already lost 2 matches.
He's in.
He's in this group.
Yeah, and he's eliminated.
Yeah.
I was about to say he's in dire straits, but and indeed he is, because he's already eliminated. He's playing Wan-ho tomorrow, and
oh, look at that! Look at that!
Service over. 7-3.
What a delightful block. It was a good rally, wasn't it? They both explored all four corners of the court. Look at that dive. Hesitation. And
TV court has the challenge opportunity, even the ones
yeah.
that are not broadcast. So we definitely don't have a statistics on it. But I feel that this must be one of the best percentages in correct calls that we've seen.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
6-9.
We should mention, though, Steen, that the BWF, the Badminton World Federation, have national line judges. So not only do we have court officials, umpires and service judges from all corners of the globe, we also have line judges as well, which is marvellous. And they have done a wonderful job. Yeah. Well, we talked about Wan-ho's ability to move opponents to all four corners of the court. That was a wonderful example.
Yeah.
Deep forehand, backhand net, and then the body smash.
Playing these in-between shots, which is a direct translation of the Danish term for it. It took away a lot of the deception problems that Yamaguchi earlier had created for Sindhu.
Good rally. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Kate Jonasson liked that one.
15-10.
Flat, fast exchanges earlier on in that rally. Look at that full pirouette with the backhand smash from Viktor Axelsen. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that's well taken. That is well taken from Wan-ho.
2-3.
I thought it was a pretty good net shot from Axelsen. It was indeed.
Yeah, it was.
My goodness, how did Wan-ho?
Ooh, they were close. I almost hate to say it, Jill, but I'm pretty sure you spotted it there with that cross smash wide. That there's not that much fuel left on the tank.
Yeah.
With Wan-ho. That was indecisive.
Unbelievable. Oh, he's missed it. Well, yeah. Poor old coach Park Tae-sang in despair. Oh, what a rally. What a rally. Dive from Axelsen.
Okay, thank you.
Desperation. That's super.
Oh. 6-10.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Excellent shot.
Beautiful.
Service over. 15, 13.
For Wan-ho, the number 2 seed, to record his second victory out of 2 matches in this group stage. It's gone wide, and this time Wan-ho converts. 2 wins out of 2 for the number 2 seed, and that's nice sportsmanship at the end of the match from Viktor Axelsen, congratulating his opponents. 3. You obviously know Viktor Axelsen a lot better than I do, but I would have thought the one thing you've got to do if you're going to go for what you perceive as a winner, or you hope is going to be a winner, you've got to be on balance against Houwei, because he is so fast, he gets so much back, that if you're off balance when you go for your winner, you've got no hope of getting the next one.
Exactly. His retrieval skills are so fantastic.
Play.
Gives it that little bit of height on his net shot. He doesn't try and spin it particularly, he just gets it coming down vertically as close as possible to the net.
It's really, really difficult to have the right touch there. One of the masters of that was the Hendrovan, the coach of Houwei, is a former world champion. Another Indonesian world champion was the master of that tight net shot with a touch that was Herianto Abi.
Yeah. That's just incredible.
5,
Well,
4.
the full-length dive from Houwei, his block hit the top of the net and went over, and he just seemed to stay in this press-up position, watching it.
Yeah.
Hang on, mate, what if your opponent gets it?
Seven, 5.
Yeah, a little double action there.
And there's way too much arm, and moves his arm too much. Has to be...
Well, just clip the racket head over the
that's
top.
it.
Like
There
that
it
one.
was.
Service
Yeah.
over.
So the arm is almost still, and the racket does all the movement.
Yeah. And there's no real follow-through.
Play.
2001 in Seville was when Hendro won his world title, wasn't it?
Yeah. Beat Peter Gere. 15, 6, 17, 16.
18.
Now that's the sort of cross-court smash from Houwei that you want Viktor Axelsen to employ.
Yes. Because, I mean, if Viktor is on that one, it's going to be a short, straight return. If he can make any other return, then congratulations.
Yeah.
That was wide.
Good rally. Oh, overcommitted for looking for the front of the court. That's wonderful.
19.
Wonderful rally.
Great
14.
play.
Like that.
In the quarterfinal in a normal tournament, because he would have been knocked out in the first round against Wan-ho. So he gets another chance here to get used to the playing conditions, and I think that he's doing much better.
Characteristic of him.
Yeah. But again, we see a cross-court smash, this time from the forehand of Viktor Axelsen, and And that is so important that he uses those cross smashes with the quick release as they discussed.
Service over.
Houwei's winning the battle at the front of the court, isn't
5.
he? Look how tight the neck shot was from.
Doesn't attack with full power unless he's in the middle of the court. In good balance.
Like that one, you mean?
3.
Yeah, like that one. That was a little too close to the lines to my taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just playing right now. I'm not really doing anything, which in my opinion isn't totally correct. He is actually doing something, but I can understand why he's puzzled, because I think Houwei took it a little bit easy here in the first part of the second game. And if Viktor can get 2 or 3 points more now and make it a really big gap, then I think maybe Houwei would let this second game.
Oh, string's gone.
Yeah.
The tactical differences and the reason why Viktor Axelsen struggles against Lee Chong-wei, but you've got to add into the mix the psychological aspect of this.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a fantastic shot.
Service over.
yeah.
And that shows the efficiency of the quick release.
13.
Advice to Axelsen?
Not really. Playing only to 11 points, Kenneth said. I suppose that means that he should regard this first part of the third game as a game in itself. I don't suppose he's leaving the court after reaching 11, or Houwei is reaching 11. So might be good to break it up into
11. Play.
Oh, that's brilliant.
and look at that. A smash with too much power,
11.
poor placement, and Houwei counterattacks immediately. Viktor off balance gives Houwei
What seemed a nice little lead is suddenly not so much of a lead, just 2 points. Oh,
Good
didn't believe
defense.
that. That's great.
too much power.
Good rally, though. Good rally. Yeah, and listen to the fans. Lee Chong-wei, Lee Chong-wei.
And there hasn't been that many spectators the first 2 days, but today it's almost full, the stadium.
Yeah.
So that's really nice.
Oh, don't believe it.
Oi!
Service over.
Fabulous.
12. 10.
Full lens dive.
Thank you, line judges.
How on earth did he?
Play.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Excellent
Service
placement.
over. 15. 17.
Well, I noticed prior to that last rally that Lee Chong-wei asked for the shuttle to be changed, and Viktor Axelsen
Make these big
Yeah.
mistakes on these situations here.
Well, the dive first of all from Chong, then Axelsen himself having to hurl him. What excitement. And a service error from Chong, and the victory and the semi-final place goes to the Olympic bronze medalist with his first ever victory over Chong, the Olympic silver medal. Of course, we compared the top two Danish players.
Yeah.
And we compare, you know, the two greats over the last era, Lin Dan and Chong. It's the nature of sport. That's what competition is. We want to compare, but I agree with you wholeheartedly. It doesn't matter which is the best out of Jorgensen and Axelsen. What matters is
promising skills there. Injured the summer. He's got those deceptive shots that can spell problems for a number of players. Very good attack, precise attacking shot there.
Yeah.
So if he's back to some of that form from All England, then we're in for a really, really good match.
Adam Peaty was here yesterday. That is trying his hand at a bit of badminton.
Yeah, and he might have competed in this arena here.
I'm sure he did compete in this arena because this, at times, is a swimming pool.
12-8.
2010 FINA World Swimming Championships were staged here, and the World Cup last year swimming.
Excellent smash from Jorgensen.
Now, is that some of the tactics that Kenneth Jonassen was talking about?
Probably. They didn't discuss it in the interval. It was more like the pushes, the flat pushes that Jan was to push and be ready for the next one. He shouldn't push the first one to win it, which to work a whole lot for it.
No. Nice quick racket work, isn't it?
Service over.
We were talking yesterday about players who have that ability just to
14,
flick the
12.
racket head. Oh, that's delightful.
Yeah.
That is delightful. When you're moving back in court, as Tian Houwei was on that occasion,
15.
to control the racket head for the round the head straight drop. That is...
You want the points
Play.
too quickly. You
Yeah.
want them on your side too quickly, the points. You go too much for it. Just play. Stick to the plan.
Good opening rally to the second game, isn't it? Oh, look at that.
1 love.
That's tremendous accuracy. Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
good
challenge.
Well, I thought that was in, Steen.
Tian Houwei
I
challenges.
think it might have gone wide
Called in.
as well.
We'll have to have our cup of tea on this one.
And Jan Jorgensen broke his string, so he's cutting his racket at the moment. I didn't see him break the string though, so it might have cut his racket.
In frustration.
His frustration.
Oh,
It's in.
gosh. Yeah, you owe me.
Good
Oh,
shot.
my word, that's good.
Service over. 8-all.
Leapt from the base position in the... Scored the
9-8.
fault on Tian Houwei.
Shot.
Yeah.
Very good variation
Service
from those.
over.
From that forehand corner. Very difficult to see
9-all.
whether it's straight or cross.
9.
It's a good return of serve, wasn't it?
Well played. Well played. There's a lot more bite in his smashes right
Yeah.
now. Tian
Service
Houwei.
over.
I think ever since he was faulted in this second game on his serve, he's
10
just upped the
all.
intensity, up the pace. As if he's using his anger and...
Tian Houwei, and I feel that if he gets in a little bit better physical condition in terms of injuries and so on, and can do that more often, then he's
Service
gonna
over.
get even more dangerous.
15-12.
He's standing quite close to the net, pushing Tian Houwei to the back court, and he can do that because he's quite fast backwards. And that's what's helping him as well in Indonesia Open, where he often does well. There's a lot of drift there. Again, he can afford to stand close to the net. Good smash.
Service over. 13-16.
Stera, tension in the arm.
Yeah, this is a chess game. Who will first make a poor quality shot?
Oh, my goodness.
Challenge.
Oh, challenge here from Tian Houwei. I thought it
Tian
caught the line.
Houwei challenges.
This is one of the situations where I'm so glad we have the Hawkeye, because
Yeah.
it's really difficult to
Houwei challenges.
get it
All
correct. And we've had good linesmen this week.
Very good linesman. Yeah. Well, if it is in, it's game over. And we're into a third and deciding game.
Final game. Love all.
So one game
Play.
all. The number one seed, Jan or Jorgensen, scraping through that second game, having looked as if he was in control at 2014. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah, good rally.
So it's difficult for Jan to be accurate on the baseline of Tian Houwei. Well played.
Well played.
Here, it's interesting. It's on soft-paced shots below the tape.
Oh, good body Very, very good from
And I
Tian
like-
Houwei.
I like that change of pace,
Yes,
sudden
me
change of
too.
pace, because that surprises Jorgensen.
8
Here, this
all.
one.
And follows up quickly.
Yes,
Quick movement.
and again,
Yeah.
quick movement backwards.
10 all.
Yeah, that was his downfall on game point in the second game, wasn't it? Oh, that's good control. Fabulous rally. So
At
the rally
least-
since
at
the
least-
change of ends.
At least 3.
Yeah.
Terrible serve again.
Service over. 13, 17. Yep.
I simply think that all 4 players left in these semi-finals, they feel that it's... those 2 players, they've taken a number of the major tournaments up for grabs, and it's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
2 good saves there by Jorgensen, but
Service over.
kept his composure. Houwei only 3 points away from
18, 13.
booking a place in the final.
20, match point 13.
Don't believe it. He's done it. Tian Houwei. What a second half of the deciding game, and that's lovely from Jorgensen, congratulating his opponent. And Jorgensen may well look back and rue missed chances.
19, 21, 21.
But he can, but it just seems that it's hard for him to get a good week. He can have 1 or 2 good days, but a good week is needed to win the tournament, or at least you have to survive the days where you're not
2,
on top of your game. And I think on that particular day, Qianlong felt that he was patient, and then finally he got his chance to attack, but he couldn't win the attack, and that frustrated him in the end, and that's part of the explanation why Wan-ho was able to beat Qianlong back then. And if that's the case, that they are very similar in playing style, then Viktor Axelsen is in for a tough time, because as we know, he's only beaten Qianlong once last year in this event.
3-all.
Oh, that's such a good shot from Wan-ho.
11, 12. Wipe the court, please.
Sacrificing power for placement.
You can follow up immediately in your forehand side.
Oh, good defense. Yeah, but not the second one.
Service over.
Very, very good umpiring. I saw that
15,
umpire
14.
from Japan, Kashihara. indicating to the court attendant immediately to come on that the rally had finished because of the...
Thank you.
Yes,
Excellent play.
yeah.
19-14.
5 straight points for the number 5 seed.
Monday on Monday.
Yeah. For his sake, one hopes Monday.
Yeah. Good shot.
Brilliant.
16-19.
Yeah, there it is.
When I was saying survival mode for Son, and of course it doesn't have to be survival mode, it can just be that he feels that he needs to work his opponent a little bit in order to create the possibilities later in the match. So he wants to play some long rallies.
Good rally.
Excellent.
Oh, brilliant.
6-7.
It's especially the last shot, this one. That's a fantastic shot from Wan-ho.
Oh, well taken. Oh, goodness me. Oh, I don't believe that. How did he get that back? Well, once again, Wan-ho taking the shuttle off the top of the tape. Umpire not calling it this time. Take a look at this. How on
Fantastic
earth?
skills.
Yeah. And that one. How did he get that
Thank you.
back? I know he lost the
15,
rally in the end.
12.
But
Fantastic. There was the
Yeah.
cross
Service over.
yeah.
from his forehand side.
14-16.
From Wan-ho. He's constantly been closing in on that mid-game lead. Great shot.
Yeah.
16-all.
Well, Axelsen expecting the lift. I don't think Wan-ho hit anything to the back of the court in that rally, did he? Everything was either in a downward direction or towards the net. Second match point opportunity for Axelsen. Oh, that is just fantastic.
I think he might have been over the net here. I just don't think the umpire wanted to finish the match that way. No, not at all.
No, the 2 remain. Oh, Axelsen's just adjusted his position there when receiving serve. Oh, it's landed in. Challenge. There's a challenge here.
Axelsen, challenge called in.
And if the line judge is proved wrong, then Axelsen is in the final.
This is the most exciting challenge I've seen so far with Houwei.
Here we go. 3 match points have been saved. This time, and Viktor Axelsen reverses the result of the group match 2 days ago. That's lovely sportsmanship between the 2 men. Great respect for one another. But it is the young Dane, Viktor Axelsen, who will contest a 2nd consecutive final at the Super Series finals. 21-17, 21-19 in 55 minutes. Super Series history, we've only ever had 5 different left-handed players win Super Series titles. And this is the 10th year of the Super Series, and I'm talking about men's singles, of course.
Service over.
So were this man to win, it becomes the 6th man. We've had 3 previous left-handed. Lindan, Kento Momota, Lindan at the All England, Kento Momota in India, and Tanon Saksensung Bunsak in Denmark.
Yeah, what a surprise that was.
Yeah.
So I guess one of the 2 last ones would be Bao Chunlei and Lee Hyunil. Great play by Viktor Axelsen. He's actually got such good backhand skills that he can sometimes
10-7.
use it instead. Doesn't have to go round the head as often as.
Oh yes.
It's well played on the ability to win the really important matches when the going gets tough and you're about to secure titles. Read in some Asian newspapers that Chen Houwei is struggling a bit with that, and we know Viktor Axelsen has been in 6 Super Series finals and has won the silver in every one of them.
Yeah.
But that's all statistics. I mean, there is a chance that you meet a player that's better than you in the final.
Yeah. And there is a player who's... Oof!
Ooh.
He anticipated that. There is a player who's been in more finals and still failed to win. Timeout?
Not directly. It started out with Viktor saying himself that he felt he was a bit nervous in there, but he's got it good under control. He didn't feel that Chen Houwei was especially dangerous as long as he had the quality in his shots, and that he was also tired. Houwei, that was. So there was extremely long way for. Oh, what was
Service
that?
over. 1-all.
There was extremely long way for the Chinese player. Let's have a look at this. Yes. And then they would try to break it up in shorter bits, like 3 rallies in a row, try to win 2 out of 3. Not think a whole game or even the match.
rally. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yep.
Brilliant from Tian Houwei. And I think it's very, very important for the left-hander that he makes a good start to this second game, because given his body language...
3.
That's great defence. There's the defence again.
Houwei back in the match, or it has brought him back in the match, in my opinion, and can't help thinking that the Danes were discussing. Here's the change of pace.
Yes. Oh, trying to be a little too tricky there. Axelsen.
Oh.
This is a big, big point. That's brilliant. The disguise on the drop shot.
7-3. Quickly. Yes. Up, please.
Oh, what a rally.
Thank you.
No, it concerns me slightly, Steen, that Axelsen in the middle of that rally tried... Yeah.
11.
Here we go again in another Super Series tournament final.
Yeah, and this is where perhaps you could say that he's got to realize, hey, I'm not tired. I'm nervous. That's okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not tired. I mean, he's played 3 games with Houwei, and he's had good rest. He's beaten Wan-ho. This match hasn't been better than your opponent. You're going to win this. And if you're not winning it, then they'll have to carry you off the court.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit hard to say that you played better than your opponent. And he's got new life, Houwei.
Yeah. His retrieving at the moment is phenomenal. And he's not just getting it back, he's getting it back with interest.
14.
This one on his backhand side. Look at that.
Difficult. I have a difficult time seeing that it's the physicality after 25 minutes where you've been controlling the match totally. I think there's other components to it as well.
Yeah.
There was the pace changes, and my God, he can play fast. Houwei, when he feels confident.
4-1.
You can always see when he's hitting a really hard smash, because there's something not right. He wasn't even aware of the score. Yeah. Yes. Properly.
So what you're saying is that he uses his head to make a little deception with by looking in another direction.
Yeah, well, it is, I can't figure it out, but
No.
it just doesn't look right to me.
No. But you're right. If he'd hit that cross, he would have looked in the straight direction.
Yeah, nicely done. Now, when Axelsen played that backhand, I think there was a real grimace on his face.
Come here.
This one, yes, there was.
Take it down a notch.
2-point cushion now for Tian Houwei. Oh, that's
Good shot.
magnificent. That's a magnificent
Service
smash.
over. 15-16.
Almost unbelievable, and I think the player who first realizes, okay, since my opponent doesn't want this, I'll take it, will end up winning it.
Oh, so 2
19,
points away
16.
from the title. He's found the line. He's found the line. Already.
You go for it, so you can say, if you don't get it, I did everything I could.
Yeah.
I didn't wait for my opponent to lose
Oh,
it. There
he's
it
got
is.
it.
Viktor Axelsen in his 7th Super Series tournament final finally wins a first ever Super Series title. I think he's actually stunned.
Match won by Viktor Axelsen.
He's unable to react
16,
now. He
21,
smiles.
21-17.
It's been a long time waiting for this moment, for this first ever victory in his 7th Super Series tournament final.